Hi, I'm Natali. I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. Today, we're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of December 1st through the 7th. We have the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and the union energies. We're going to be looking at what happened in the last week of November, with the recent past energies. We're going to be focusing on this week, the first week of December, and then we're going to have a sneak peek of what's to come in December of 2018. If you're new to my channel, you can always subscribe for weekly twin flame energy readings. And if you'd like a reading from me, you can find my information below. And I am running a holiday special for as long as I'm booked up. And it's going to be a reading like this. You can get a love reading, which you can get this personalized for yourself, or a general reading, which includes love, career, and finance. You can just email me with the holiday special, and I'll give you all the information. And this is a super, very affordable price, something wonderful you can do for yourself before the end of the year, for the holidays. And it's so low, it's like barely covering the cost of the actual reading. But the reason I'm doing this is because it's my way of giving back. It's also, like, when I was going through this, I wish I could get a quality reading that made me feel like, gave me a little bit of guidance and like what I needed at that time. And I really wish I had something like this when I was going through this kind of energy. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much to all those that like, comment, subscribe, and donate. It means so much to me. It keeps me working that much harder. I'm actually saving up for new equipment so I can put it back into this channel and these readings. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And with that, let's get started. Okay, so the union energies for the last week of November is the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Cups. So a lot of twin flames, masculines and feminines, have been coming out of this undecided kind of feeling. You know, kind of going back and forth. Is this my twin flame? Is this my masculine? Is this my feminine? Like, what is this connection? Is this for real? Coming out of this like illusion of, or fantasy of what this connection might be, or who it might be, and how it might come together. Yeah, because around this time of year, whether you're haven't been in contact with your twin flame for a while, or have been in a relationship with your twin flame, there's this kind of feeling with like, is this actually my twin flame? Or maybe even feeling, if we're with them, like, oh, like I kind of wish that they weren't my twin flame sometimes, or I wish, like, you know, things were a little different, or questioning, like, is this person my twin flame or that person? It's a lot of like confusion around twin flame journey, and it's kind of like coming out of this illusion of how this, you know, twin flame journey is going to go, and who this masculine or feminine is in the physical. Yeah. Because for the divine feminine's heart energies, we have the Knight of Swords and the Five and Two of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords energy for the divine feminine last week. This is kind of like the Knight of Swords, like kind of making a decision and just going with it. Because there's a lot of confusion, a lot of like coming at a crossroads, like, should I go this way, should I go that way, with the twin flame connection, and like with other things you love, like, should I follow my career, this career path that I'm passionate about, or should I, you know, go visit my family this year, or my friends, or should I do this? And, like, you know, there's a lot of like confusion around decisions that need to be made for the divine feminine, that includes like your heart, your feelings, what you feel like you want to do. It's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So this is something related to like a long-term outcome, like a long-term connection with your family or friends, long-term connection with your twin flame, long-term connection with your soul mission, your career, your job. And it's kind of like you made a decision, or you're making decisions with your heart and just going for it. It's like whatever happens, happens. But it's kind of like still a little bit of like inner conflict with which way you should go, because it's kind of like, if you choose a path, you know, it might be a while until you can take another path also, or like if you make a decision you pick an option, it's like that other option is no longer there. So it's kind of like, you know, even though there are multiple ways, multiple paths you can go down, multiple options you had, you're just kind of picking something and going with it, and you're feeling okay with it because you made it with your heart. All right, and then for your mental energies, we have, the King of Wands. You're feeling good about making your decision. You know, it's a tough call to make, but your mind even knows, your ego's even matching up with your heart. Like, at some point we had to make a decision, and, you know, we're making calls. The Hermit in reverse with the Four of Cups. Wow. It's kind of like you've already went in, you've already thought the options through, you've already feel comfortable with the information you know about it, how you feel about the options, and it's kind of like, okay, you've lined your ducks up in a row, but now this fourth cup is coming in that you've had in the corner, like as an option, and you're gonna meet this option halfway. You're gonna meet it halfway, because you're not gonna wait around anymore. You've done the going in thing, and now it's time to just like make that tough call, make that decision, and the cup is floating to you, and you're gonna reach your hand out and grab it. Yeah, because in your physical, we have the Ace of Swords, Divine Feminines, with the Page of Cups. It's kind of some sort of a victory, a kind of a win in and this is like something connected to love. So some sort of your divine masculine, or with friends and family, or with your career, just some sort of small win. And there's the Three of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this is like, even though it's a win, it's not something like you feel like you can celebrate, because it's something you've been working hard on. So if you get some sort of win with your divine masculine, it's like you feel like it's a sort of win because you've been working hard on yourself for the twin flame connection. If it's some sort of win in your career, it's because you've been putting in a lot of hours, and you've been putting in a lot of yourself into your work or your passion. If it's some sort of win in your connection with friends, family, or some sort of passion project, or whatever it is in reference to something that really matters to you, you get a win, but it's not like you go out and celebrate and have a drink with your friends to like celebrate the win, because it's like, it's an accomplishment. It's like a small accomplishment because of the effort and time you put into something. Okay. All right, for the Divine Masculines, we have the Seven of Cups again here, like the union energies here. And the Knight of Swords. Oh, wow, like the Divine Feminine's heart space, too. Wow, I love it when it matches up. With the Death card. So the Divine Masculines also have been feeling like, in the heart space and how they feel, that they kind of been opening up their hearts to greater possibilities, and also feeling like, that was a huge change for them, to go after what they want in life, what they resonate with, what they want for themselves, even if it's going against the grain, going against what their family or friends are saying, going against what society is saying, going against what their ex expects of them, or what it's like. It's been a long journey for the masculines to come to this point where they feel comfortable enough to go after what their heart is saying. And for the Divine Feminines, it's like a minor arcana with the 5 and 2 of Swords. But with the masculine, it's the Death card, major arcana. This was a long process to get the masculine to even to this point where they're like, okay, I'll pick one thing I really want to do and do it. It matches up with their mental space, which is the Three of Cups and the Sun in reverse. Clarified by the Moon card. Yeah, like they're celebrating. Their way that they're thinking now is in a way brighter mood. Like the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck, and even in reverse, it's still very positive. So I think with the Three of Cups with the Sun in reverse is saying that the masculine's way of thinking has lightened up a little bit. Not so much like the Sun card, where they're just like happy-go-lucky, like sad one day and happy the other day, complete overhaul overnight kind of thing. But their way of thinking is finally lightened up, where they're not hesitating to make a call because that's what they want to do, without the fear of like, oh, my whole life is going to collapse if I do this one thing that I feel is right for me. Like, you know, if I make this decision, my friends aren't going to like completely leave me. Or if I make this decision, my family isn't going to completely cast me out. Or if I make this decision, like I'm not going to lose all my money, you know? So that's where the masculine's at. Yeah, because in their physical space, we have the 10 of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune card. So clarified by the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Like this masculine has been, there's 2 10s, which is like, you know, end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. The 10 reduces to a 1, so you end a cycle, begin a new cycle, especially with like the Wheel of Fortune card. Like the masculine have been holding on to all these burdens from their past life, from who they used to be, because the Death card, they've been slowly changing into the new them, that they're like realizing, oh, okay, I'm still carrying some of these responsibilities that no longer is a part of my life. For example, if they're still doing extra work at their job, but they're like, oh, I'm not looking for that other position at this company anymore. I'm leaving this company. So why am I still holding on to all these responsibilities when that's not part of my job description? Like I was doing more because I was looking to move up the ladder, but now I don't even want to be in this company. Why am I taking on that extra responsibility? Things like that. So like, you know, even in their personal lives, their family, their friends, and even in their love life, they're realizing they've been carrying this extra load, extra responsibilities that they don't need to anymore. And letting go of that responsibility that's no longer serving them is going to keep the wheel moving, bring in some new, fresh, new responsibilities, fresh ideas and desires that can that the masculine can work on, like the 10 of Cups, like a happy home life, a happy family life, which the masculine is visualizing and is moving towards now, with like releasing a lot of old responsibilities, say in their family, like keeping everyone in their family happy. They're like, hey, if I can't keep everyone in their family happy, so be it. Right now, I gotta focus on me and what I want from my family and what I can put into my future family or current family, you know? So with the Divine Feminine, you know, so they're moving slowly forward by doing that, releasing old responsibilities. But it has a 3 of Pentacles in reverse also. Like they're doing it by themselves. They're not asking the feminine for help or asking their friends and family for help. They're basically doing it on their own. They feel like sometimes that they have to do it on their own, which I mean, yes and no. You know, if it's something you feel like you need to do on your own, then like something internal work, yeah, do that. But if it's something that like is in the external, you know, the masculines, you can reach out for help and say like, hey, I need, I'm, you know, moving on to this next part of my life. Do you have any suggestions? Do you have any like, do you know anyone that is like looking for this or that I can contact? You know, it's okay to like reach out and stuff, especially when you're ready to move on to that next part of your life. Okay, so now moving into this week's current union energies, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the 9 of Cups, the Wish Come True card. So this is kind of like, this is kind of a week where both the Divine Feminine and Masculines are getting down to the nitty gritty of your manifestations, of your physical manifestations, you know, physical money, financial assets, you know, the holidays are coming out, buying gifts for people, maybe spending your earned money on things, making an investment. I feel like You're like going for it. Both the feminine and masculines are like going for it. It's like it's kind of like a big deal a little bit. Like you've been saving up to buy, you know, a really expensive new laptop, or you've been saving money so you can buy gifts for your friends and family, and you finally can, or you want to save up so you can take that, you can plan that vacation next year, and you finally can. It's like something it's like you're spending your hard earned cash money. You're spending your hard earned time off. You're something you put a lot of time and effort building. It's now time to make moves on that. And especially in Soul Mission, I feel like taking a break from thinking about the twin flame connection so much, or thinking about other love connection, your career or your family and friends so much, you can finally focus on this this Soul Mission. I think this is a time where a lot of people get downloads on like, hey, this is the next thing I should do in terms of Soul Mission. Like, this is something I could do for myself because I love to do it. It could help others, kind of thing. That's why there's kind of like a break and kind of like a feeling like, ooh, I've been putting so much time into this twin flame relationship, and I don't know how it's going to go this year. Like, I imagined it going a little bit differently, or I imagined us coming together by the end of this year, and I have to think about other things now too, like my soul mission at this time, just in case. Like, you don't want to, like, I feel like a lot of twins are protecting their heart in terms of what can happen. Like, people get their hopes up at the end of the year, like, hey, the new year is coming around, and people put a lot of energy into what they think the twin flame connection is going to be like at the end of the year. So then to protect yourself, you start thinking about other things like, oh, what do I want to do besides the twin flame connection? Like, besides relationships, like, what is it I want to do for my soul mission, my passion project, something I really want to research, or something I want to go to school for, or take a class on. Or, like, you start thinking about other things too. For the Divine Feminines, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse with the Knight of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay, so, yeah, coming out of, like, this, it's kind of like, you might be kind of questioning, if you're new to this whole awakening, it might be like, your beliefs are turned on its head, and it's like, what have I been thinking? Is this for real? Kind of questioning things. And if you're, been on this ascension process, it's kind of like a moment where you might have had like a break. You might have took a break from meditation, or you might have been indulging in drinking or eating or binging TV, and it's kind of like you got off your wagon for a little bit, but it's like you're now ready. Like, let's go, let's get focused, let's get going in terms of what you believe, your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual work. You have like a second wind towards the end of the year, like, let's go, let's get things done. For your mental space, we have the 10 of Cups with the 3 of Wands. So in your head, you're thinking very positively. You're thinking long term in terms of happy home life, happy emotional fulfillment in your lifetime. And then there's like a yes with the universe, like, yeah, things are progressing positively to that like dream-like life you wanted. Wow. And this is like your headspace, so your ego is even on board, saying like, yeah, let's do this, we can do it, we can definitely create this life that we've always wanted. Wow. For your physical space, Divine Feminines, this week, we have the 5 of Pentacles clarified by the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So as as far as your twin flame journey goes, I feel like this first week of December, you might feel like, oh, I don't know how things are going with me and my twin, whether you're in contact or not. Feeling, like I said, feeling like things might have been, should have been going a little bit different, like thinking like, this like coming towards the end of December, using the calendar year, it makes people think of time a lot, which kind of makes you think about, oh, what did I accomplish this year? What can I do to give back by the end of this year? Or who am I with? Who do I really have in my life? You know, that kind of thing towards the end of the year. Feeling like a little bit like you're left out in the cold, not knowing what's happening, might be feeling like other people have this or that and I don't, like feeling those kind of feelings. And even with your connection with your twin flame, it might be like your twin, the masculine's feeling kind of like cold, very honest or brutally honest, or and where you feel like you're feeling more loving and your heart's open and you're giving a lot of love to your twin, your masculine, and to others in your life, and feeling like, oh, if I'm being so open, why is my masculine feeling so cut off and cold, and like that kind of feeling. But in all honesty, what's going on with the masculine is in their heart space, they have the Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in reverse. So in the masculine's heart space, it's like they seem kind of cold and cut off, and like, because they're working on this long-term offer, but they feel like they can't even send this offer out yet because it's not mature enough. They feel like if they're going to see this Page of Cups in reverse, if they're going to give this Knight of Cups an actual offer of love, if they're actually going to reach out to someone and say like, hey, I would like this person to be a part of my life. I want you to be my good friend. I want you to be my girlfriend or boyfriend. I want you to be in my life for a long time. I want us to enter something serious. They're not going to give some sort of small offer. It's going to be more mature, and they're working on that really hard. They're also working on their finances really a lot. Like you see this, there's a lot of pentacles here. A lot of people are working on their careers, looking for new jobs, looking for how to make more money, extra money on the side, you know, maybe getting a second job to pay for like all these like holiday expenses, or, you know, or having more responsibilities at work, maybe having more responsibilities with their family and friends, seeing their family, having to plan out those trips. So there's a lot that the masculine is thinking about right now in terms of financial matters, but they are also thinking about what kind of work they need to do in order to give the feminine a bigger offer, not just like a hey, let's hang out offer, but like, hey, let's do this for real kind of offer. You know, it's not going to be, they're thinking long term now. You know, now when they start seeing their family, now when it feels like the end of the year is coming around, and it's like, what did I do this year? What do I want for the next year? They're thinking long term now. For their mental space, yeah. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands reversed with the Knight of Cups. They don't want to be a Page of Cups. They want to graduate to the Knight of Cups and give that actual, real offer of love. They're really have work on the mind. Like even here for the rest of December, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in their head and physical space. They have money on the mind and their mind on their money, you know? They just can't just work around it. They're really thinking about their jobs, their careers, how they're working with their family and their friends. So it's like they don't want a new start with the feminine. So at this point, you've already come into contact with your masculine, your twin flame. You're already in a relationship with them, or you're not in contact with them, and this is not like the week that it's going to happen, kind of. Because the masculine is like, I need to get this stuff done. I need to get, I need to be able to work with my feminine on an even keel, like where we're both working together, And if they feel like they're not at a place where they could come into the relationship strong, they're gonna now really seriously work on that. Because yeah, in their physical space, we have the Knight of Wands. Oh wow. Yeah, with the High Priestess card. Wow, I love it. The physical and heart space always matches up with the feminine and masculine. They are also, wow, moving full speed ahead in terms of following their gut. When they feel something, they make a move on it now. This is like they're going. Then it might be at first in terms of their physical life, like making choices like, where do I want to live? Do I want to pay rent here, or do I want to move out? Do I want to see this family this year, or should I see them next month? Should I should I buy a new car now, or should I wait? Should I buy their larger purchases, or seeing family and friends when and where, planning that out and just making and taking action on it. And they're using their gut. So this is a good news for the twin flame connection also, because that also means as they're getting more comfortable taking action on what they feel in their gut feelings, they're going to come around and make that decision towards the twin flame connection, towards their love choices as well. So the divine masculines are starting to make choices in how they feel in the moment, and that is gonna bleed into their decision making in love also. So that's pretty good. I like that. So this week is kind of very clear cut, minor arcana, kind of simple energies, kind of daily, just energies that people go through. But where the union energy starts getting heavy is towards the second week and the rest of December, where we have the Judgment card clarified by the Hangman, both in reverse. Wow. So this is when things start getting more serious with the union energies. It says there's some sort of clarity in that. I know there's a couple more portal energies coming up in December, but there's some sort of clarity that this might not be like why you haven't come together with your twin flame at this time, and if you are in a relationship with your twin flame or are in physical contact with your twin flame, why there's like a break or why you did come together at this time. So there's a lot of clarity on why you are or are not in connection with your twin flame at this time. Because the divine feminines, they are moving, wow, 7-7, the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, moving so full steam ahead. There's like a lot of things happening the second week of December, astrologically and with portal and ascension energies. Yeah, so there's like a full steam ahead kind of energy with the feminines from the second week of December on to the rest of December, where the divine feminines are feeling like they're ready to give, but they're ready to give with just love. Like there's no need to give negativity. If the divine masculines do something to kind of annoy you, or someone in your family or friend circle, or even in just like people you bump into kind of annoy you, you reciprocate with love. There's no cycling, like not if someone annoys you, you're not, even if you get triggered, you respond in a more healthy, loving way. And it's because you are enlightened. Here's the Six of Cups, the Union card with the Hanged Man in reverse, and the Eight of Swords reverse. There's a lot of clarity around this union and what it actually means in the physical, what it means in the physical, what reunion means in the physical, and where you actually stand with your divine masculine. And you respond to everything with love. Like it's much easier when you go through something difficult with with energies relating to your twin flame, with energies relating to a lot of things in your life. you meet it with a lot of compassion, with a lot of love and understanding, and it's getting easier for you, Divine Feminist. It's getting so much easier for you to confront negativity with love and understanding. That's the most important thing. If you can understand something, you release that hate energy because you understand it. You can see it with compassion. You can see things through other people's eyes. You can walk a mile in other people's shoes and see yourself in another person. That's what this holiday season is all about, right? This is what end of the year, coming together with love, meeting people with love, especially during this awakening time when people are kind of conflicted, have a lot of inner conflict, and kind of like I meet with a lot of cognitive dissonance and kind of confused and like feel kind of like, have I been lied to in my entire life? You know, you're meeting people in their confusion with a lot of love, because you're a twin flame. You're a way shower. You are a light worker. You are helping people, you know, with the things that you just went through in your spiritual journey. You know, whatever stage you are in, whatever cycle you're in, whatever you just learned, you're giving back now. And that's a great feeling. And that's how you are really like running on your spiritual path, really moving so fast in that this whole twin flame thing is just kind of like you've moved beyond it. Like you've moved to a greater understanding of what reunion really is with your twin. Because for the divine masculine now, you know how like this week we were thinking like, oh, the divine masculine is so cold. Why do I feel so cut off from him? Why do I feel like I'm giving so much love? They're feeling that now. They're feeling that towards the end of December. That like, you know, why is the feminine so cold? It's like, you know, like they seem so like spiritually ahead, awakened. They, you know, they see that you like are like have like a higher perspective on life and situations and decisions. Like anything that comes up, any little problem that comes up, you like don't just see that problem, but you see it in a bigger way. Like, oh, this person might have gone through this and that. That's why they're acting that way. Even like when you have like a family get together, or you know, or work issue, like you see the bigger picture. So whenever the masculine comes to you, it's like, how do they just take this little issue and move beyond it? How are they not triggered or feel annoyed by this? It's because you kind of like you get it now. Like, no, I understand why people feel that way, or I understand why they're mad, angry, sad, or why they might have trouble, you know, admitting to themselves that like they might have been wrong. Like, you know, they see that, they feel that from the feminine, because in the mental and physical space, again, the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, masculines have their mind on their money and their money on their mind. They are getting their physical things in order. They're getting an opportunity and they know it in the physical, whether it's an opportunity from the divine feminine, an opportunity in terms of job or career, an opportunity to make more money, or to maybe sell something, or receive a huge gift that's worth a lot. The divine masculines are receiving a huge opportunity or gift, and they know it. And it's a kind of an opportunity where a lot of people around them might think it's unfair. It's like, oh, why did they get this and we didn't? You know, maybe their other coworkers or their friends or family might be jealous that the masculine got this opportunity. And yeah, because in the physical, that they're feeling like the King of Pentacles, like they got it going. They have enough now. They have the juice to keep going, because the masculines, you know, they feel like, yeah, I recognize that I have this opportunity. Not many people get this, or I have this like amazing gift that was given to me, and not many people around me got that. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to share it, but I'm going to use it also to like move forward in my, you know, vision for a relationship, my vision to be husband, father, good son, good brother, good friend. And I'm going to manifest more of this physical, beautiful, positive abundance, you know? So, yeah. A lot of, see, when the feminine makes huge strides in their spiritual, the masculines make huge strides in their physical. It lines up every time. It's amazing. All right, so I'm really excited for December. It seems like it's going to be a surprising month. A lot of love is going to come out of nowhere. It's a season of giving, right? But with that giving, you get a lot, and in ways that you might not expect. And I'm really excited for that. Please email me if you like the holiday special. I'm having it going until I'm booked up. It's going to be really quick. But I'm doing it because this is my way to give back. And it's because I love all of you. I wish you so much love and light. And I hope you stay with me mostly in the moment.